What if the swelling in your legs, the stiffness in your knees, and that strange heaviness in your lower body are not just signs of aging at all? What if your body is actually crying out for the raw materials it needs to repair itself, and almost no one is talking about it? After 60, many seniors notice the same quiet pattern. Walking feels harder. Ankles look puffier by the evening. Skin bruises more easily. Joints feel less stable than they did just a year ago. And most people are told to accept it as normal. But according to research supported by the National Institutes of Health, the body's connective tissues, circulation, and recovery systems all become more vulnerable with age, especially when key nutrients that support collagen formation and tissue repair are missing. That means the problem may not be that your body is simply wearing out. It may be that your body is not getting enough of the foods that help it rebuild. In today's video, we are counting down 8 collagen-rich vegetables that may help support stronger legs, healthier joints, better circulation, and smoother movement after 60. Some are common, some are rarely noticed, and one of them is probably sitting in your kitchen right now without you realizing how powerful it could be. Before we begin, tell me your age and which problem bothers you most lately: swollen legs, stiff joints, weak knees, or tingling feet. And if you believe getting older should not mean giving up your strength, like, share, and subscribe. Now, without any further ado, let's begin with number 8. A vegetable so common that most people never imagine it could quietly support the tissues that help keep legs and joints comfortable after 60. Vegetable number 8. Zucchini. Zucchini may seem too soft and too ordinary to matter, but for older adults, it can be a valuable support food for hydration, tissue repair, and daily comfort. One of the hidden reasons legs can feel heavy and joints can feel stiff after 60 is that the body becomes less efficient at maintaining fluid balance and recovering from low-grade inflammation. Zucchini helps because it contains a high amount of water, along with vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants that support circulation and connective tissue health. That vitamin C matters more than many seniors realize. Your body needs vitamin C to help produce collagen, the structural protein that supports skin, blood vessels, cartilage, and connective tissues. When collagen support weakens with age, the body may feel it in subtle ways first: less resilience in the knees, more tightness around the calves, and slower recovery after walking or standing. Zucchini will not solve all of that on its own, but it can help provide one of the nutrients the body uses to keep those structures stronger. Picture someone like Linda, age 71, who often noticed her legs felt warm and tired by late afternoon. She began adding lightly cooked zucchini to lunch and dinner a few times a week, replacing heavier side dishes that left her feeling bloated. Over time, she felt less weighed down after meals and more comfortable staying on her feet. That is the quiet benefit of water-rich, nutrient-supportive vegetables. They nourish without burdening the body. Zucchini is also easy to eat for seniors with smaller appetites. You can steam it, roast it, sauté it in olive oil, or stir it into soups. The biggest mistake is treating it like filler with no real purpose. In reality, zucchini can be a gentle, practical way to support hydration, vitamin C intake, and daily comfort in aging legs and joints. And if you think zucchini is surprisingly useful, number 7 goes a step further, because this deep-colored root may help support blood flow and oxygen delivery in a way that many older adults can actually feel. Vegetable number 7. Beetroot. Beetroot stands out for one major reason. It is naturally rich in compounds called nitrates, which the body can convert into nitric oxide. That matters because nitric oxide helps blood vessels relax and widen, supporting healthier circulation. After 60, when many seniors complain that their legs feel cold, heavy, swollen, or easily fatigued, circulation often becomes part of the conversation. And foods that help support blood flow may become more valuable than ever. Beetroot also provides vitamin C, folate, potassium, and antioxidants, all of which contribute to tissue health and overall recovery. Better circulation means oxygen and nutrients can move more efficiently through the body. And when oxygen delivery improves, muscles and connective tissues are generally in a better position to function and recover. That does not mean beetroot is a miracle cure. It means it helps support one of the system's aging legs depend on every single day. Think of someone like Harold, age 74, who often said his legs felt sluggish during his morning walks. He started adding roasted beetroot or a few slices of cooked beet to his meals several times a week. Over time, he felt a little more ease during movement and less of that dragging, heavy sensation afterward. Sometimes improvement does not come from doing something dramatic. It comes from supporting circulation one meal at a time. Beetroot can be roasted, boiled, grated into salads, or blended into soups. The key is regular use, not perfection. Many people ignore it because of the earthy taste, but that taste comes with a surprisingly useful nutritional package. For seniors who want to feel lighter and more supported from the knees down, beetroot can be a smart addition. But if circulation support sounds important, number may 6 be even more familiar and even more underestimated, because this everyday vegetable helps provide one of the most essential nutrients the body uses to maintain collagen and tissue resilience. Now let's move to number 6, a vegetable so familiar that many people stop noticing how important it really is for aging legs, joints, and connective tissue. Vegetable number 6. Carrots. Carrots are usually praised for eye health, but that is only a small part of the story. For seniors over 60, carrots can also help support the tissues that keep movement smoother and legs feeling more dependable. They provide vitamin C, potassium, antioxidants, and especially beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. These nutrients help protect cells from oxidative stress and support the maintenance of skin, blood vessels, and connective tissues. That matters because collagen does not work alone. It depends on a whole network of supportive nutrients that help the body protect and repair structural tissue. As the years go by, those systems become easier to strain and slower to recover. The result may show up as creaky knees, tenderness in the legs, or a general feeling that the lower body no longer feels as resilient as it once did. Carrots help by giving the body more of the antioxidant protection it needs while also contributing to collagen-supportive nutrition. Imagine someone like Grace, age 68, who found that her knees felt tight after even short shopping trips. She began adding cooked carrots to lunch and dinner more often, sometimes in soups and sometimes roasted as a side dish. Over time, she noticed her meals felt more satisfying. Her digestion felt easier, and her body seemed less irritated after busy days. That is what nutrient-dense vegetables often do. They support the body quietly, but consistently. Carrots are also one of the easiest vegetables to include in a senior-friendly diet. They can be steamed until soft, roasted for sweetness, shredded into salads, or blended into soups. The common mistake is thinking of them as ordinary and therefore unimportant. But ordinary foods, used regularly, often create the strongest foundation for healthy aging. And now we come to number 5, a vegetable with a bold color and an even bolder nutritional profile, especially when it comes to protecting the tissues that help the legs and joints stay more resilient over time. Vegetable number 5, red cabbage. Red cabbage is one of the most overlooked vegetables for connective tissue support, and that is a mistake many seniors may want to correct. Its deep purple-red color comes from anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that help protect the body from oxidative stress and chronic inflammation. After 60, that matters because inflammation and oxidative work can quietly make joints feel stiffer, tissues feel weaker, and recovery feel slower. Red cabbage also provides vitamin C, one of the key nutrients involved in collagen production. Since collagen helps support cartilage, blood vessels, skin, and connective tissue, foods rich in vitamin C become especially valuable as the body ages. The combination of antioxidant protection and collagen-supportive nutrition makes red cabbage more than just a colorful side dish. It becomes a strategic food for seniors who want to support mobility and comfort from the inside out. Think of someone like Arthur, age 77, who often noticed that his lower body felt sluggish and achy by the end of the day. He started adding red cabbage slaw and lightly cooked cabbage to his meals a few times a week. Over time, he felt less puffiness after meals and appreciated how light, yet satisfying it was. That is part of the advantage here. Red cabbage gives the body useful support without making meals feel heavy. It is also affordable, easy to store, and versatile. You can shred it into salads, sauté it with onions, roast it in wedges, or add it to soups. The biggest mistake is seeing cabbage as old-fashioned or plain. In truth, red cabbage is one of those quiet powerhouse vegetables that aging joints and legs may appreciate far more than most people realize. But if red cabbage sounds powerful, number may fourth surprise you even more, because this small green vegetable contains an impressive combination of compounds that can help support collagen formation, inflammation balance, and joint resilience all at once. Now let's move to number 4, a vegetable many people pushed around their plate as children, without realizing how valuable it could become later in life. Vegetable number 4, Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are small, but for seniors over 60, they can offer surprisingly meaningful support for legs, joints, and connective tissue. One of the biggest reasons is their high vitamin C content. Your body needs vitamin C to produce collagen, and collagen plays a central role in supporting cartilage, blood vessels, skin, and the connective structures that help joints move more smoothly. As those structures age, the body becomes more dependent on regular nutritional support to help maintain them. Brussels sprouts also contain vitamin K, fiber, and plant compounds that help support inflammation balance and general tissue protection. That matters because stiffness and discomfort in the lower body are often not caused by one problem alone. They are the result of small stresses building up over time: slower recovery, less efficient repair, poor circulation, and chronic low-grade inflammation. Brussels sprouts help by supporting several of those systems at once. Picture someone like Marie, age 72, who found that her knees felt more rigid in the morning and her legs took longer to loosen up. She began roasting Brussels sprouts with olive oil and garlic a few times a week instead of relying on processed side dishes. Over time, she noticed her meals felt lighter and her body felt less weighed down. That is often how improvement begins in older age. Not with one dramatic fix, but with smarter foods repeated consistently. Brussels sprouts are also more flexible than many people think. Roasted, steamed, or shaved into salads, they can fit easily into everyday meals. The biggest mistake is overcooking them until they become bitter and unpleasant. Prepared well, they are rich, satisfying, and deeply supportive for aging joints and tissues. And if Brussels sprouts are more powerful than they look, number may third be even more important, because this leafy green helps support both collagen-related nutrition and the mineral foundation that keeps muscles and movement steady. Vegetable number 3, spinach. Spinach has earned its healthy reputation for a reason. For seniors over 60, it is one of the most practical vegetables for supporting mobility, circulation, and tissue resilience. It provides vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, magnesium, iron, and antioxidants, all in a light, easy-to-eat form. That combination matters because the body's ability to move comfortably depends on far more than joints alone. Muscles, blood flow, connective tissue, and nerve function all play a role. Magnesium helps support muscle contraction and may help reduce cramping or tension. Iron contributes to oxygen transport, which matters for stamina and tissue nourishment. Vitamin C helps the body support collagen production, while antioxidants help defend the body from the oxidative stress that can wear tissues down over time. In other words, spinach helps support the internal systems that allow the legs and joints to keep doing their job. Think of someone like Paul, age 76, who noticed that his legs felt weaker after long periods of sitting and that he had less energy when getting up and moving around. He started adding sautéed spinach to eggs, soups, and simple lunches. Over time, he felt that his meals gave him more substance without making him feel overly full. That is the kind of food advantage seniors often need: more nutrition in a smaller, lighter package. Spinach can be steamed, sautéed, added to smoothies, stirred into soups, or mixed into omelets. The mistake many people make is assuming greens are only helpful for dieting or weight loss. In reality, spinach is one of the easiest ways to give an aging body more of the nutrients it depends on for strength, circulation, and smoother daily movement. But as helpful as spinach is, number may second surprise you even more, because this unusual-looking vegetable combines a striking appearance with a nutritional profile that supports tissue repair, antioxidant defense, and long-term resilience. Now let's move to number 2, a vegetable many people recognize for its unusual shape, but very few realize how supportive it may be for aging joints, circulation, and tissue repair. Vegetable number 2, Romanesco. Romanesco looks almost too beautiful to eat, but for seniors over 60, it offers far more than appearance. This striking vegetable, related to broccoli and cauliflower, contains vitamin C, vitamin K, fiber, folate, and antioxidants that help support connective tissue, circulation, and overall recovery. And after 60, recovery becomes one of the body's most important hidden needs. The legs and joints are not just dealing with time. They are dealing with slower repair, greater wear, and less nutritional margin for error. Vitamin C is especially important here because the body uses it to help form collagen, which supports cartilage, skin, blood vessels, and connective tissue. Romanesco also brings plant compounds that help the body manage oxidative stress, something that can quietly contribute to stiffness, discomfort, and slower healing over time. In other words, Romanesco does not just feed the body. It helps defend the structures that keep movement more stable and comfortable. Imagine someone like Evelyn, age 73, who felt that her knees and calves took longer to recover after even ordinary days of walking and standing. She began adding roasted Romanesco to dinners a few times a week, replacing heavier side dishes that left her feeling sluggish. Over time, she appreciated how satisfying it was without feeling heavy, and she felt more supported in her evening movement. That is often the difference seniors notice first, not instant transformation, but less drag on the body. Romanesco can be roasted, steamed, or added to simple bowls and soups. Its flavor is mild, slightly nutty, and easier to enjoy than many people expect. The mistake is assuming unusual vegetables are only decorative or trendy. Sometimes they are quietly packed with exactly the nutrients aging bodies need more of. And now we reach number 1, the most underestimated vegetable on this list. One that many people treat like a garnish, even though it may be one of the most concentrated and practical foods for supporting collagen-related nutrition after 60. Vegetable number 1. Parsley. Parsley is often sprinkled on a plate and forgotten, but nutritionally, it deserves far more respect. For seniors over 60, parsley can be one of the most effective vegetables for supporting collagen production, circulation, and tissue resilience because it is packed with vitamin C, vitamin K, antioxidants, and plant compounds that help protect the body from oxidative stress. When connective tissues become more fragile with age, foods that provide this kind of concentrated support become much more valuable than their size suggests. What makes parsley especially impressive is how easily it can fit into everyday meals. Unlike foods that require planning or preparation, parsley can be added almost anywhere. And because it is so concentrated, even small amounts can meaningfully contribute to overall nutrient intake. For older adults with smaller appetites, that matters. The body often needs more support at a time when people naturally eat less. Parsley helps solve that problem in a very simple way. Picture someone like James, age 79, who had started feeling that his legs were less dependable and his joints slower to settle down after activity. He began adding fresh parsley to soups, eggs, potatoes, fish, and salads almost daily. Over time, he felt like his meals became fresher, lighter, and more nourishing. That is what makes parsley so powerful. It does not demand attention, but it keeps showing up for the body in useful ways. You can chop it into soups, blend it into sauces, stir it into grains, or use it generously over cooked vegetables and proteins. The biggest mistake is treating parsley as decoration instead of food. In reality, parsley may be one of the easiest ways for seniors to add more collagen-supportive nutrition to everyday meals without changing their routine very much at all. That is why it earns the number 1 spot. So what is the real lesson here? After 60, stiff joints, heavy legs, swelling, and reduced comfort are not always just signs that the body is wearing out. Very often, they are signs that the body needs better nutritional support to maintain the tissues that help you move, balance, and recover each day. That is why these 8 vegetables matter. Zucchini helps support hydration and vitamin C intake. Beetroot supports circulation through natural nitrate compounds. Carrots provide antioxidant support and collagen-related nutrition. Red cabbage delivers anthocyanins and vitamin C for tissue protection. Brussels sprouts help support collagen formation and inflammation balance. Spinach brings minerals and antioxidants that support circulation and muscle function. Romanesco offers a rich combination of connective tissue-supportive nutrients. And parsley provides one of the most concentrated and practical ways to add collagen-supportive nutrition to daily meals. None of these vegetables needs to work alone, and none of them needs to be eaten perfectly. What matters is consistency. Small, Repeated choices often do more for aging legs and joints than dramatic short-term efforts ever could. When the body gets better support, movement can feel smoother, recovery can feel easier, and daily life can begin to feel more manageable again. Now I would love to hear from you. Which of these vegetables do you already eat, and which one surprised you the most? Write it in the comments below. And if you know another senior who wants to keep their legs stronger and their joints more comfortable, share this video with them. If this video helped you think differently about food and mobility after 60, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss our next video. Aging is inevitable, but giving up on movement is not something you have to accept.